And welcome back, pre-recorded on Wednesday for Friday. We have from the Lost One, Salem from RWBY, a series my sister likes, and I'm not big. I've never really watched. I know a little bit about it. Versus the main man himself, Lobo. Now, having looked into Salem, I now understand why this is a matchup. Lobo is I believe it's Zarnian, and he's the last of his kind. Lobo, for all functional reason, is immortal. As far as we know, he doesn't age past, growing up into an adult. He probably does age, but we just have never seen it. He's probably just so long-lived that he can age extremely slowly. But you can't kill the bastard. Let me rephrase that. You can kill the bastard, but you can't kill the bastard. His regeneration is the point that even if a drop of his blood is left, he'll regenerate from that drop of blood. Hell, if you just mutilate him, he could grow back multiple versions of him. And if you were to destroy his body, his soul has been banned from the afterlife, so it'll just wander until it, finds a slug, possesses a slug, and regens from the slug. Like, the dude is, nigh unstoppable in terms of just putting him down. He's also got insane willpower, is ingenious. I think he knows, over, 13,000 or some odd languages, probably more. A weapons master, usually carrying high-performance, firearms, usually carrying a hook chain around with him. Strength that competes with Superman, where he was able to actually toss around Solaris, a living star. Able to rip apart, condense, and just eat an entire city in one go. The man is insane in the most awesome way possible. Who doesn't love Lobo? It's who doesn't love the main man? Salem, however, is the last remnant of the original form of humanity. Now, she was described as being a very kind but lonely and manipulative person originally, to the point where she ended up manipulating and tricking gods into bringing back her lover, having a family, and then ultimately killing them because they were going to abandon the place. And this basically cursed her with immortality. She is actually cursed with immortality to the point where she actually is suicidal by nature, apparently. She openly wants death. To the point where she can survive basically anything. High pain tolerance, even when lethal blows would be dealt. Her immortality means that she can survive pretty much decapitation and keep moving, having her chest caved in, being incinerated, and at worst, it'll take a couple hours for her to regen. She is a master of magic, being a member of the original humanity, has access to magic. She commonly uses energy blasts around her, but she can also summon large cyclones of wind, most of any of the elements. She has telekinetic force that can crush a Nevermore, which is a large, demonic-esque beast. Shattered with windows and council chambers, unfit rage. Furthermore, she is capable of flight, possesses some form of superhuman strength, and can easily flip massive tables in her headquarters, all while seated. She also possesses clairvoyance, is able to observe a battle going on through her crystal ball. She's capable of manipulating unconventional elements, such as smoke, to suit her needs. She conjures up images of people. Traverses a cloud of smoke quickly to reach Atlas's vault. For reforming, she is cursed with immortality and making it impossible to destroy her. And just because she has a high pain tolerance doesn't mean she's immune to pain. Same thing with Lobo. She is not restricted in movement while regenerating. She was able to actually restrain a character with shadow hands while reforming her head that had gotten blown off. A shadow hand, by the by, are creatures of Grimm that... stupid ads. Are creatures of Grimm that are parasitic in nature. Unlike most Grimm, shadow hands take the form of arms, and basically they attach themselves to people, whatever. She can summon these things at will. She also basically has complete control over Grimms, having basically thrown herself in a pool of some sort of what was left of the remnant, and jumped into the Grimm's pool. There it was, in the Land of Darkness. But it's basically just altered her body further and gave her control over the Grimms. So basically, and she can summon mass armies of them. The woman's actually kind of OP in many ways. When we have a legitimate immortal character, this isn't like Doomsday where his immortality is based off of something that has killed him already, and in theory he could be killed by something that he has not died to yet. Or Lobo, who in theory dies because you have to destroy his entire body. No, you can actually destroy her entire body, and it doesn't matter. She will come back from it. You'd have to basically either get rid of her immortality. You have to find a way around the immortality in order to kill her. So, kind of like how I theorized with Apocalypse versus Doomsday, he'd have to rewrite his DNA in order to get rid of the whole evolutionary immortality kind of thing. Or as an individual, or like Beerus, for example, who can kill immortals as well by actually erasing their existence. So, for example, Beerus could actually kill her by actually kakaiing and erasing her existence. But Lobo, sadly, doesn't have an ability like that. He's just got weapons. He's insanely intelligent. In theory, he could figure out a way to kill or put her down, like kill her. But ultimately, it's one of the. This is really a immovable object meets a unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Neither of these two have the capability of putting down these individuals because, from a strength, durability, regen purpose, all that, Lobo is well out of anyone's league in the RWBY universe in terms of like true physicality. You're talking about a guy who can go toe to toe with a Superman. And let's be honest, Superman would make mincemeat out of most individuals and most mediums. And Lobo can go toe-to-toe with this guy. So, like, Lobo physically is just not someone she has the capability of really doing a huge amount of damage to. And the damage she can do, he can quickly regenerate. Conversely, though, Lobo, as far as we know, doesn't have a mortal killer gun. But Lobo doesn't have it doesn't have anything that can honestly deal with an immortal being as well. So it's actually kind of the question really isn't who's gonna kill who. It's who's gonna be able to incapacitate and then basically defeat who. And Lobo, frankly, can kind of tank a lot of damage that she'll dish out. Conversely, she can just keep coming back from whatever damage he dishes out. Honestly, I could see a scenario where he just blows her apart. She regenerates, but he quickly just kind of puts the. Honestly, I could see a scenario where he shoots her, incinerates her. He's gonna walk away. She just regenerates from. It's like, well, ain't that interesting? And then does it, and then this time like puts her in like a ball or something, just like puts her in like a very tight metal sphere or something like that, and just kind of keeps her in there and just like welds it shut. The question would be, it would have to be something so durable she actually could not get out of it. Like we're talking like adamantium. Well, adamantium is by all accounts indestructible. We're talking about something kind of like that, solid steel giant orb she's in or something like that. But Lobo's smart enough to be able to actually do something like that. Granted, she's thousands of years old, so she's definitely got the experience of ages on her side, no doubt. The question is, conversely, is there a scenario where she could actually do something akin to that to Lobo? I mean, she could use her telekinesis to just kind of keep him in the air, but he can just shoot her and, again, shoot her enough that she would eventually put him down. Like, she's not immune to pain, she just has a high pain tolerance. There's a difference. Trying to think of everything she has, her capabilities. I mean, if you twist my arm on this, I'm probably going to say Lobo being a super genius, just having a higher level of immortality, technically. Well, no, she's got the higher level of immortality. He's got the higher level of regeneration, by all accounts. And the fact that even if she killed him, he'll come back at some point. And he's definitely someone who would take note of how his opponent acts, functions, all that. I will tentatively say Lobo would be the winner in this fight. I think the scenario where he sees her turn to ash, her regenerate, and be like, interesting. And then he basically, when she turns to ash again, basically just like, no, I'm just going to make up a word. That's Morvogian steel, baby. Strongest stuff some of the strongest stuff in the universe. You're going to be cracking out of that anytime soon. And something like that. And so, yeah, I could see her losing in that sense. Otherwise, this is just a battle of attrition of who gets bored quicker, really. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Lobo in this fight, but because of the nature of these characters, I'm not going to really argue anyone who's in favor of Salem. I think there's a legitimate shot Salem could probably win. That's just my opinion, though. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you folks next time.